Hi everyone, it's Yelena from The Healing Light. Today, no idea what I wanted to talk about it. I'm just in my walk and enjoying this nature and sitting underneath a gorgeous, beautiful tree. Look at the canopy of it. And it's just amazing. I do wanted to share with you is this. Another client, another day, another work day. The thing what I've done today, it was a touching basis on some of the addictions and some of the inner child. So I will talk about the addiction parts of it, what I find through my healing work and through what I tuning into it to see it. When people are choosing to have addiction, let's go say alcohol, they're drinking. What are they doing? They're actually numbing themselves because they don't want to deal with the problems what they have got. Drugs is about escaping. I want to escape my reality, all this pain what I have got, I just want to escape with it. Yep. So little on other addictions which are there, but I'll just use the most common ones what I see. And usually sometimes men in their 40s, when they're using particular drugs, they will use it to give them extra energy and extra boost because they don't understand they're aging and they can't do things what they could do when they're in their 20s, instead of just absolutely adoring and accepting these changes in their lives. So I want to say this to you is, when you work with me, we work a multidimensional work, not just the counseling, not just the healing. Yelena tunes in to see things for you. Yelena does sometimes a past life regression work. Past life regression, I only use it up if I feel like that we need to do it for the session. Sometimes it will come up unexpectedly, and sometimes I will say to you things about the past life. Even if for example, last week I was doing distance healing for a client, and when I said to him, do you have a background to this, and does this sound familiar to you? And his answer was just yes, which I know that it was a difficult and it was a memory, and for him just to trigger with that. And the thing is, which for him come up as, he's a male, he's logical, and he's going, how does Yelena see this, and how does Yelena knows this? And I can't explain to you any other way except saying, I hear it, I see it, and I just go like, okay, this is what they're saying to me, this is what is showing in your TV screen, and this is what is coming up, and I'm just saying these things because they're saying you need to hear it because it's part of your healing process. I trust that. Some people logically will going to get scared and say like, what's this all about? But I will say to you, the point is that we want to get a better version of you. How do we achieve that, and how do we see it? And I talk about it with females a lot because females are in that fake heart. And I want everyone to understand this. I want females and males to be operating within their heart, going to your heart, even that it's so scary. Even that it's so painful, and it feels like, for me, when you're opening up your heart, it feels so painful. It feels like you're opening it up and it feels like almost glass in a shutter, and you want to protect it because you don't want to have it broken. But I will say to you this is, if you want to be shown to the world, you have to operate within your heart. And this is where for female comes up their radiance, for males comes up that, I would say, radiance or the divine energy which comes up out of them. You can feel it if they're fake or if they're genuine. And this is the same thing for both genders, male and female. Second thing is, we sometimes treat males as their sole purpose is to serve us women. Well, it's not. This is the sole purpose of you women to serve men. No. If we're in a partnership, we have to work together as a team. They're doing their own things and they come in the middle. You're doing your own things and you come in the middle. You kind of meet in the middle, not like pulling back on each other's side. Then that's not a teamwork. Why we are pulling on our side sometimes more is because based on our scars and experiences what happened in our past. Well, you're not going to have profound, deep relationship with anyone if you don't have a good relationship within yourself. So you need to have a good relationship with yourself, because if you don't have it, then you're going to get a partner and you're going to almost easily jump and put things on them and just go like, we have to do this, we have to do that. But we're not actually waiting for the person to meet us in the middle. Or quite often happens this, the pendulum. And the thing is where we give so much and we expect the same amount back. But that the other person didn't ask us for us to give us so much. We chose to give so much, but our tanks are empty. Our love tanks are empty, or our tanks are empty. Well, if they didn't ask you for so much to give them, you gave so much because you were expecting something and you want to have acknowledgement. And I will say to you, this is, don't overdo it, everything in moderation. And if you do something for someone, it's unconditional. You didn't do it because you want to have something in return. Don't expect anything in return. Really don't expect it. And that's where I'm teaching you to rise above it and see it that some people are capable and some people are not capable of it. And that's okay. They're on their own journey. You can't take a stick and just bash them up, even if you feel like for it, and you can't bash them up and say, you see, you have to see this. Well, they will see it when it's their time to see it. So as much as you can get, like I say, this, take a mirror and put it in front of them, and they will see what they choose to see in a mirror, or they will see it when they're ready for it. What you need to do is work and live your life for yourself. If they come and they meet you in the middle, great. If they don't, they don't. You can't be needy and sitting and having your arms crossed and cry and just say, you have to come here, you have to come here. Then it's that neediness, that codependency. And then we are teaching our children, for example, is, let's go say, some parents say this, if you don't do this, mommy will gonna cry. You're teaching a child to be codependent love. Don't do that. And with the parenting advice, I will say this to you. If you have a male child, generally males are quite short. Yeah, the verbs in the sentence, they focus, they know what they're doing, kind of things like that. So if my son had a messy bedroom, and I would have just come to him, instead of saying, yeah, you need to clean this up, you need to put this in these drawers, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, like he would first hear me, first 2 sentences, after that, that's it. He's not going to hear me, because it's like, boom, over his head. I can already see it. His color changes. Josh cleaned the room. That's it. That's all what I have to say to him. If he cleaned it and he come up and he cleaned it up, and I would have said to him, that's good, thank you. Or I would have said, I'm disappointed. If I said to my son, I'm disappointed, and because obviously he has foundations from me where I was teaching him how to be that divine masculine man, and he would have know that if I said to him I'm disappointed, he would have stepped up. He was like, I'm not going to allow to be I don't want a mum to be disappointed by me. And for females, if you're with a male in a relationship, that's the same thing. If you say I'm disappointed, trust me, the right guy, not a toxic man. We're not talking about the toxicity. We're not talking about a narcissistic man or anything like that. We're talking about normal, genuine, divine, masculine men. They are going to step up, because no man wants to be known or heard by their woman saying, I'm disappointed. They will feel terrible. And there is no need for you to say anything else. Sometimes silence is golden. With the girls, when we have got girls, and I've got a daughter who's 15 and teenager, it's interesting age, 15 years old or 14 years old in boys and girls. But more I'm operating with authentic me, not pretending, just being me. Being me is the number one thing what I teach everyone, because it's the most amazing thing. And that's why I say to you, you can do silly things. You can, make the kids laugh. They need to know that that can be silly with you. They need to know that it can be so much fun. And English is my second language. And I will say this, we went to McDonald's, was the last week. I done a video about that, but it's funny. In my own head, like, she wanted to have hash brown, but I was like, okay, do you want it too? And she's like, yeah. And my plural was straight away hash brownies, yeah, which is wrong, but it was so funny. And she laughed. She was like, oh, Mum, really? And I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock at night, so mummy's already tired as it is. But it was fun. So what the point is that I want to say to you is, with the girls, when they're teenagers, you want to get something out of them. Is like operating within your heart. Tell them there has to be routine. There has to be, in a sense, strictness too. Don't get me wrong, some of you know this. My kids had a schedule. They had a spreadsheet on the fridge, what each of them is doing. And I work with the children when they come in to see me here. And we work on a spreadsheet. And we work on who's going to do what chores and things like that, because I want them to be organized, because they need to know what they're doing. Just like when they go to school, the teacher knows what she's going to teach them that day, or he's going to teach them that day. Am I right? Then the teacher doesn't come up, today, I don't know, we'll have maths, I suppose so, or maybe we'll have science. They don't. They just know what they're doing. So it has to exist some kind of a routine. Who creates the routine? Well, the parent creates the routine. We chose to have children, so we create the routine. And children are mimicking, or they're watching us. And sometimes they will do the things which we don't like. But I will ask you deep down, ask your heart, is something like that within you? What they're doing, what your children are doing, is there something inside of you? And I remember my sister, she's pregnant at the moment with the 5th baby. And yeah, anyway, when she had her first son, he's 19 years old now. And she said to me, oh my God, he's exactly the same as you. I got a child who is exactly the same as you. And I said, well, that's really good. He's going to teach you how to be organized. And my sister was really triggered by him when he was little, because he was very much like me. He had lots of mannerism what I was doing. And she struggled with that. She really did. She struggled. And she would say to me, Yelena, like, did God punish me? And I said, darling, more you look at it like it's a punishment, more you're going to magnify these things. More you're going to say to yourself, oh my God, I got a punishment. Well, it's not a punishment. It's something which you have to look at it. Why is he triggering you? He's just showing you these things. So I always say this, it's not about the other person, it's about you. If that person is triggering you, the problem is not in them, it's you. You have got a scar, an issue, a point in grid where your light bulb is not functioning properly. And it's not enough, you know, people say, I just want to have a healing. And I'm like, okay, so you don't want to deal with anything. So that's why my counseling steps in. It's like, are we going to deal with the things? It's not enough just going to the healing for a person, they go home and that's it. You need to actually understand, why does this switch flicks on, flicks off? So my sister had to understand why, you know, her son is actually triggering her. What is it within herself? And it was within herself is she never wanted to deal with the things. She was always running away from it, because she was like, it's too hard to look in a mirror. I don't want to look in a mirror. And you know what? The universe served her, because I'm here in Australia and she's in Croatia, served her the son who is very similar like me. So she straight away thought it's a punishment. But I'm like, well, it's not a punishment. It's a good thing. But okay, you see it as a punishment. She honestly did. So ask your heart, what do you really need to look into it? If somebody's triggering you, what's inside of yourself that you have to look, have a look what the scar you have got on. If you don't know how to deal with that, what to do with that, if you never seen me, jump on a call with me. Let's go see how can I help you, how can I get you to better understanding of it, and build the right foundations that you actually can have got a life where you can have better understanding. And if the triggers come in, how to deal with them, what they're representing inside of you. This inner journey work is amazing. And digging deep inside of it, to have a look of every cell what you have got inside of you, and transforming to that original coding what you have got inside of you, not the one where the society given to you, not the one what your parents or grandparents gave it to you. I want that we actually tap into it, your authentic you, who you truly are, that you live the life without the shackles, without the pain, especially if you're going from one relationship to another. Like, why is it that you're doing it? What's happening? It's not like you didn't find the right woman or the right partner. there is something inside of you. And yes, some sessions are going to be, I'm not going to lie to you, they're going to be hard and difficult and you're going to cry through them. But that's a good thing. You're releasing things which you hold on to it through years to end. Absolutely years to end. And I want you to actually do it. Where I have got the clients here and they're saying, I never cried. I go like, okay, that's it. And I will say to you, absolutely grateful and absolutely proud of a lot of men when they're coming up and they're actually saying, I've got problems, I'm coming to see you. I'm absolutely proud, and I'm absolutely proud of the children. And I'm talking about children, some of them they're 10 years old and they're going, I want to come and see Jelena, I want to go and see her, and the parents are bringing them. School holidays, I've been busy with them, and it's absolutely amazing to have got a child where it's like, and he's 7 or 8 and he's going, I want to become confident, I don't want to have issues, I don't want to have a boyfriend just because everyone else has got a boyfriend and I'm in high school. I want to have the boyfriend when I choose to, but I'm scared and I don't know how to do it because my mother's changing boyfriends all the time, or you know, come up from a broken families. Absolutely honor them so much to be having courageous thing to say, I want to come and see Jelena. So love and light to them. Love that they're sharing my videos, and thank you to every single person there who's actually spreading the word about me and my work, what I do. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, please message me and we'll hop on a call and talk to you later.